Grangertown is the historic heart of the city of Newcastle upon Tyne. Created in the early 19th century by developer Richard Granger, architect John Dobson, and town clerk John Clayton. Covering approximately 36 hectares, it comprises a complex mix of offices, retail, residential, leisure, and cultural uses. The development process is not abstract but relates to real site. There are three development sites, which are Site 1 known as Lloyd's Court, Site 2 the corner site of Grey Street, and Site 3 known as Red Box. Site 1 is a block of properties bounded by Grey Street, High Bridge, Pilgrim Street, and Market Lane. The development process was affected by the physical character and listed status of the building facing Grey Street and Pilgrim Street. Site 2 is a corner site that includes number 2 to 12 Grey Street and number 21 Mosley Street. The development process in this site is greatly influenced by its physical characteristics. Some issues that influence the development process on this site are non-availability of rear vehicular access, contested ownership, poor building condition, and inefficient gross to net floor space of the buildings. Site 3 includes the former Central Post Office, St. Nicholas Street, Westgate Road, and the Stamp Exchange. The area are all in the same ownership. The property was vacant after it closed in 1993. In 1996, the walls, ceilings, and windows were damaged because the roofing lead was stolen. The building services was renewed completely. Next, the economic context of development. In this part, we will see how the early 90s recession influenced the development process. Newcastle upon Tyne is focusing on retailing and business employment. In the early 90s, the region suffered from the recession and recovered slowly. In the middle 90s, because of the fragile economic situation, only Phase 1 of Lloyd's Court was developed. By the late 90s, the economic situation of the city started to grow. This resulted in the development most notably of new apartment and offices in the Quayside area. In 1997, the Red Box development began. 2 to 12 Grey Street and Phase 2 of Lloyd's Court began in 2001.
The events sequence of development. Timeline of Newcastle upon Tyne. In 1993, Newcastle City Council originally granted planning permission for the redevelopment of 2 to 12 Grey Street. In February 1998, the City Council made an offer to purchase the site. In August 1998, the Council granted listed building consent for the conversion scheme. In July 1999, the Council granted a further planning permission for redevelopment. Also in the same year, compulsory purchase order was made, including a section of Market Lane for rear access. In October 1999, public inquiry into the compulsory purchase order opened but was adjourned to allow more time for negotiation. In February 2000, a legal agreement was made between the owners and the City Council. Finally, in January 2001, under the agreement, the freehold of the site was transferred to the City Council. The roles of private sector in development. At Lloyd's Court, Sir John Fitzgerald Ltd as the first actor was the long-term owner of 3 pubs. The company determined to retain control of the whole site to continuously upgrade as the city's bars. The company took on 4 roles of landowner, occupier, developer, and investor. In 1993, at 2 to 12 Grey Street, Cyril Winsker, a local architect, designed a 5-story modern office scheme provide retail space and office accommodation, and Northern Estates appointed as preferred developer to undertake redevelopment scheme. Redbox in 1996, Alan Smith and Partners, a local architecture practice, was designing the adjacent office block. Joint venture with Sky Properties creating Redbox Development Co. Ltd. Architect turned developer proposed a conservation-led mixed-use project. The roles of government in development. In Lloyd's Court, government regenerate agencies offered incentive to occupiers, regenerate policies deployed in the area, establish Granger Town Partnership in 1997, promote economic and social regeneration and grant aid of £900,000 from English partnerships. Government roles in Grey Street in Newcastle City Council redevelopment as the local planning authority, compulsory purchase order and as the landowner. In Granger Town Partnership redevelopment to provide better architectural solution, improve building appearance and stimulate local demand. And government roles in Redbox. In Newcastle City Council as the local planning authority, listed buildings via a mixed-use conversion including housing, and for English partnership, supported the development with a grant of £1.7 million. The influence of long-term trends on development. Demography played role in the property market. In 1996, the resident population of the area fall, spread of social trend living in city centre, eventually spread demand from quayside up into Granger Town, resulting the physical refurbishment help occupier. Next is politics. Importance of political market research to development. Politics put pressure on public sector agencies to achieve output targets and to give early demonstration of their effectiveness. Technology is another long-term trend. The lack of ICT facilities causes Grey Street perceived to be obsolete and also caused letting problems with the first refurbishment phase of Lloyd's Court. This problem was overcome at the Redbox by the sensitive use of mezzanine floors. In conclusion, successful interventions by the Granger Town demonstrate that particular structures adopted by government can alter development outcome. A number of long-term trends had impacts on the case studies. The effects of these trends were felt not only in the economy and in property markets, but also in the decision of private actors and government. That's all from us. Thank you.